Hey,
Yo,
what's
yo,
going on,
yo.
family?
What's up, family? What's good, baby?
Yo, chilling, baby. You already know. Happy
Yeah.
Saturday, fam.
Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, champ.
Yeah,
Word.
there's a lot going on in the world right now, Capone. I mean, first off, we just want to say rest in peace, George Floyd. Um,
Yes.
we support the families. Um,
Yep.
what's your opinion on everything that's going on with police brutality?
I mean, right now it's been going on for years, man. It's been going on for decades, man. You know, police brutality. And I think it's about time that we take a stand. You know, and I understand the looting, I understand the rioting, I understand everything that's going on. So I'm all for it. I mean, we try to be peaceful. We try to be peaceful, and it seems like they don't respect peaceful protests. So, you know, I think right now we're making a stance. Fams, come on, bro. We making a stance, you know what I'm saying? We making a stance, and we trying to prove a point. And the point is, you can't keep killing us. You
Right.
can't keep killing us, thinking it's okay. And you can't, aside from killing us, it's still the things that like brothers like Meek stand for, you know, the incarceration procedures and everything that it's not just them killing us, it's everything that's bad with the judicial system, with the police system. It's everything that's bad. And I think right now they, you know, they talk about the rioting, the looting. Y'all gonna listen one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad that, you know, the brother lost his life, you know, but I think sometimes it takes for us to do this just to do it. Like just to say, all right, we had enough before somebody else lose their life. We're gonna
Right.
keep doing this shit. We're gonna
Right.
keep doing this. We're gonna keep making y'all pay. And if y'all don't understand it by now, y'all gonna understand it in the long run.
Hey, man. I mean, it's something that it's reached more than a breaking point. It's more than a
Yes.
breaking point.
Yes.
And I think right now people are fed up. Do you think there's going to be some positive changes from this?
Let me tell you something. Every time we protest, we look for positive outcomes, and then the police kills another black person or another Hispanic person. It's like they give us it's like they give us an inch and say, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna reform this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna arrest the police officer. But this he's just one of many that feels the way they feel, that feels like black people are targets, that people of color are targets. So it's not gonna end from here. It's just that right now, every time it happens, we have to take a stand. And they look at it like we destroying our own communities. Nah, we don't own none of that shit. We don't own none of that shit. So y'all motherfuckers got to build that up. We don't own it. If it's the stores in our neighborhood, we know we're not looting the people's stores that we mess with. We're not looting the black owned businesses. We looting the motherfuckers that don't have no ties to our community and our community raping us
Right.
and taking our money and not giving back to the community and not doing none of that. That's who we're looting. So when they look at, yeah, we're looting AutoZone, we're looting all these places that rape us, man. Like, come on, we right now are in a position to make a stance. The elections is coming up. There's a lot of things that people got to understand. Aside from doing this, we have to vote. We have to vote. You know what I'm saying? And we have to have a voice other than violence. And we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better as a whole, as a people. But it took for a lot of black lives to be lost for us to make stands. And I feel like it's not gonna end. It's not gonna end because that's just the way the law is. Every few years they put something in place where there's going to be another black man killed. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen the next day, or it might happen 3 months from now. But we have to stand together as a people to say, listen, we're not going to stand for this. We're not going to tolerate it. And one thing I respected out of all the protests, this time precincts was getting burned. I respect that shit. I respect it. We taking it to the source. It's y'all. It's not AutoZone workers. It's not Target. It's not the pizza shop. It's the police station. Burn them motherfuckers down.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yo, Capone, that was a mouthful for an opener, man. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. I feel it. I feel the pain of the people right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel. We good? We back?
We
We
good.
back?
We back.
All right. Yeah. Huh? What happened?
So
Oh.
let's talk a little bit about the clothing line, brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a clothing line called Akasi Collection. That's my
That's your middle
line.
name, right?
Yeah, that's my middle name. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's my government name, Akasi Collection. And at the end of the day, I wanted to people to understand that you don't have to support Tommy Hilfiger. You don't have to support Gucci or Louis unless Dapper Dan did it. But other than that, we are black owned. Yeah, you know what I mean? But other than that, we're black owned businesses. I ain't trying to rape nobody. I want everybody to look good. And I've always been a dude about fashion. So this was like my passion right now to bring forth a clothing line that's not extravagant, crazy. It's dope sports apparel, dope comfort wear for the people. And just I want people to look good for a reasonable price and support me like I support my people. I go out, I kiss babies, I shake hands. I'll pull up the bar mitzvahs if I have to. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the people, and I just want the people to know that I want people to look good, but look good in my shit. You know what I mean?
Do you see yourself maybe potentially after everything's finished? So like, can you see yourself doing like pop-up stores? And like,
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Like right now, when things open back up, I'm doing pop-up stores. I'm doing everything I could possibly do to push my brand. It's nothing different than pushing records. I'm pushing a brand. I'm pushing a line that for me that's my future. That's the future in fashion that I feel. You know what I mean? So as soon as everything open up, I'm doing pop-ups. For the people that can't make it to the pop-ups, my site is getting redone right now. So as far as the site, it'll be up in a few, but you can order on Instagram at Akasi Collection, or you could go to my page and order directly from me. But we'll make your order right, and we'll get your order right to you. And I got a new summer line coming in on June 1st. It'll be out. The pictures will be up. We taking orders. I appreciate the support from our people, and that's what it is.
man, you've been busy, brother.
I'm working, man. I'm working, man. You know, I got me and Dad's project. Me and Nori doing a documentary for the War Report, man. It's a lot we doing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we got the 20-year anniversary of the reunion coming up this year. So, you know, it's a lot that I'm embarked on. But I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving the chance to reach the people, talk to the people, have fun. Bro, please, man.
Hold on, let me get my.
It's all good, family. I know how shit be sometimes.
Yeah, I'm with the homies, you know what I'm saying? That's my brothers, you know what I mean?
I
Those are
know.
my brothers, you know what I mean?
So Capone, let's let the people in on some stuff, man. Let's take it back
Yeah.
in history, bro.
Let's go.
When you started first coming out, putting out records, like, what did that look like for Capone? When Capone was first getting in the studio? Because a lot of people don't realize you were actually signed before the group Capone and Noreaga.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, definitely. I had a situation where I was working with Faith Newman from Columbia, and she was trying to get me a situation at Columbia, me and Big L, and she had me running around, hitting the studio, doing records with people that, not people, but producers that she was familiar with, and it was things was looking great. But then her situation fell out with Columbia, so that meant my situation fell out. And, it was Tragedy Gaddafi who put that all together, and that right there gave me an entrance in the game as a solo artist. And then just so happened that when that didn't work out, Nori had came home from jail. And when Nori came home from jail, it was like, he was like, yo, nigga, I can rap too, whatever. I'm like, nigga, you bullshitting. So I was doing a session by myself, and he came to the studio, and I was like, fuck it, let's do a record together. And that was history. That our first record, Panama Canal. We did that, and it was history from there. I didn't want to be a solo artist no more. I said, if I'm doing this, I'm doing this with my brother. That's it.
What was the first record you guys did?
Panama Canal.
Okay.
My team pushed keys through the Panama Canal, busting our pissed out, sipping on Cristal. Yeah, that was our first record. And the crazy thing was, we thought nobody really knew about that record, and then Jadakiss posted it. Was like, yo, I remember this seeing that. Like, nobody. And then Jadakiss posted it, and I was like, yo, Jada, how you know? He was like, come on, fams. Like, we in the same game. And that blew my mind right there. I was like, Jada know about that record? Because that was like a down low record we did. That was our first record ever. And Jadakiss posted it. I was like, how the hell? And that was it.
Did that joint even get a white label?
No, because it was just the record we did. We threw it out to the street, but at that time it wasn't no social media. So throwing it out to the street, man, you really threw it out to the street. Like the DJs who played it, They played it. They, you know, they had their mixtapes, but a lot of DJs mixtapes back then didn't get it didn't get re-released as like digital hard copies and all that.
Okay. This is just kind of like a throwaway question, whatever. But like,
Yeah.
is it ever difficult to be in a duo in hip hop?
I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes it is because you're dealing with two egos, you're dealing with two mindsets, you're dealing with two creative differences. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna agree to agree on everything. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
sometimes we disagree to agree, and then it works. But sometimes we disagree to disagree, and then that's just a problem. And that's just what me and Nori, as far as me and Nori goes, we're like a magnet. We're like opposite attracts. We're totally opposite in how we move in life and just period. And that made us closer. That just I know he's his way, he know I'm my way, and that's how we move. But a lot of duos, they can't come back from their differences. Like we have our differences, we come back because we're brothers. A lot of duos don't have no actual ties, or rap groups, period, don't have no ties except for the music. We have family ties. We are related in certain ways as far as kids go and things like that. So our ties is deep. When it come to Christmas, I gotta holler at his moms. He gotta holler at my grandmoms. We gotta go to one of our cribs for the holiday because our family was tied like that. So that's how it is.
That's some real brother shit, man.
Yeah. A lot of people don't got those ties in rap. So when they break up, they break up. They don't see each other again in life, and that's that.
Now, like when you got that 1995 unsigned hype on the source, when you got that,
Yeah.
were you still a solo artist, or were you starting to transition?
Now, we was definitely already Capone and Noreaga then. We was already Capone and Noreaga then. We was already moving as a group. Tragedy Gaddafi already had his vision for what we was trying to do. We had our vision for what we was trying to do. And at the end of the day, it was like that catapulted us into the public eye because everybody knows back then unsigned hype was like the front page of the sauce. Like you damn near miles I had the front page because if you was an unsigned hype, the people was talking about you, the editors, other people were looking for you, and that just changed our lives in itself.
When you know, after the war report came out, what are some things that you started to see differently as an artist that you had to do different?
I mean, when the war report came out, I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when the war report came out, I didn't really see the success that the war report had on the street. I was in jail. So for me, it was like when I went to jail as Capone, the rapper. But after the war report came out, I was walking through jail as Capone, the rapper. Like I was solidified. People can now buy my albums on the ordering websites that the jails had to order tapes. So mad people around the jail was ordering my album. And I went from a regular rapper to I'm damn near superstar status. So you know, for me, that was the biggest change in my life when the war report came out and me walking through the jail knowing that yeah, niggas respect my game now. Everybody was like, yo, Capone Noreaga, who Capone Noreaga? But now 6 months later, I'm bidding. I got CEOs coming up to me, hey, superstar. I got, you know, female CEOs looking at me different. It was a big change, you know what I'm saying? I went from regular to the hot boy on campus. You know what I mean? Word.
What what's some of Capone's influences? Like, who are some of the dudes that you always idolize?
Shit, man. For me, like going back to hip hop, you know, yeah, that was a good one. For me, going back to hip hop, I idolize like G Rap, Rakim, you know, Nas, you know, Biggie. These are all the people, the pioneers that came before me that really made me want to get in the game. Grand Puba, you know what I'm saying? The whole brand Nubian. There was a lot of artists that I really looked up to that I really was like, if I'm gonna be in this game, I gotta have a little bit of this. I gotta have a little bit of that. I gotta have a little bit of this. And I took that and ran with it.
Okay, no doubt. Um, fucking shit, man. 20 years, dog. You saying the reunion album is on 20 years.
20 years this year. The reunion album is gonna be 20 years for the reunion album. 20 years, and I can't believe it's been 20 years. That's like the War Report is my baby. the reunion and it's like my second bond that I had time to build with, that I had time to nurture. And it's like for me, the reunion is like I can't wait for our 20th anniversary concert. I can't wait for the tour we putting together. And it's gonna be a crazy tour. Like we got a lot of people that's gonna be involved in the tour. Cause you know, for a lot of people, the War Report was their album, but for a whole another generation, the reunion was their album. You know what I mean? So we get to relive that magic again of creating something when I just came home from jail.
When you guys got to work with Preem on the reunion, was that the first time you guys worked with Preem, or did you work with Preem before?
Nah, that was the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like one of our bucket lists. On when I came home, I said we got to do a record with Primo. Nori, like you damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like it was certain producers that was on our bucket list at that time. And Primo was definitely one of the bucket list producers we said we had to work with. And when he came up with Invincible, it was like he sent us the record. It was like, yo, I'm not doing another record. This is y'all right here. And when we listened to it, it was like, holy shit. He knew. We didn't think he knew us like that. We didn't think he understood our sound, but he definitely did. And he gave us Invincible. And it was a banger.
Man, that record was priceless. I think that verse of yours, that probably, man, I don't even want to say one of your best verses. I'm going to say one of the best verses in hip-hop, period.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I appreciate that.
Like, I think a lot of people would really say that Capone is underrated.
Yeah, of course. I get that all day.
But I talk to a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, we love
all up.
But a lot of people that say, yo, Pone just Nori on some songs, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, that's my brother. That's like I said, we high and cold. We complement each other. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he'll get me, sometimes I get him. But at the end of the day, we're attacking records in different perspectives of attacking a record. Nori knows how to do better things, certain things on record than I do. I know how to do certain things better on record than he do. But one thing we always going to be is CNN. They know they're not going to get the same thing from both of us on a record. And that's what counts.
Let's talk a little bit about Capone as a solo artist.
Yeah.
When you started doing some solo projects, were you trying to show people a different side of you? You know, because a lot of people know you, you know, your history. Like, you're real. You're a real-ass motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I put it in.
But were you trying to do something different as a solo artist? Like, did you have different goals?
I mean, for me as a solo artist, I never wanted to be a solo artist after I linked with Nori. Like, that wasn't my passion. That was like, I'm doing this for my man. We doing this till the wheels fall off. He just had the opportunity to hold us down while I was locked up to do his solo albums. And that helped us out in a major way. So when it was time for me to do solo albums, I only did solo albums because me and Nori wasn't doing Capone and Noreaga albums at the time. So if we was doing Capone and Noreaga albums at the time, neither one of us would have probably did any more solo albums. But for me, it was like, you know what? I'm not going to give them Capone and Noreaga on this. I'm going to give them Capone. So I definitely wanted people to understand me more, feel me more, understand what I'm doing, pain, time, and glory. That's my life.
Yeah.
That's everything I live by. So it was like, I want the people to understand that aside from Thugged Out, aside from CNN the brand. I wanted them to understand pain, time, and glory, understand what I'm living, understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, pain, time, and glory, man. That's everybody out there. People gotta do their homework on Capone, man. It's like you have a whole other fucking catalog, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I put some joints out. Definitely.
Let's keep going through the weeds. You know, you were part of Def Jam Vendetta. How was it being a part of a video game? And not just a video game, but now one of the most classic. Like, people still play that in fighting game tournaments.
Yes.
People put Fred up on that shit.
Yes.
And you narrated Fight for New York.
Yes.
Like, let's talk about all that shit, like, mixed in together.
I mean, that was a whole different aspect. Like, you know, everybody played video games. For the certain generations, it was sports games. For certain generations, it was fighting games. But when Def Jam came out with Vendetta and Fight for New York, for one, we did the tour for Vendetta. It was amazing. We had us, me and we did a whole worldwide tour for Vendetta, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? We had fun promoting the game. You know what I mean? But I was surprised to see how many young kids come up to me and don't say I like your music, but say I like your character in the game. Like I like when you take off your chain and you beat the other dude with the chain, and you know, like I was surprised. You know, and at the time my kids were younger, so they was in school, and kids run up to them like, "That's your dad? He looked like the guy from the video game." And you know, I got recognized by more kids for being in a video game than to actually being an artist. You know what I mean? So it definitely catapulted me into a different light, into a whole gaming world that I was unfamiliar with. But Def Jam, they knew what they was doing. They knew they had something, and nobody has ever done it since. So they knew they had something special, and I was just happy to be a part of it because at the end of the day, I'm in a video game, man. I'm in a video game, man.
Hey, man. Stuff like that, like when you look at stuff like that mixed with like the Supreme collection when they did the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
are you always reached out to, like, are people always making sure, like, you know, we get to do the credit?
Yeah, like I mean, when Supreme reached out, it was like I couldn't believe it. Like I know Supreme as the brand is one of the biggest brands in the world, if not the biggest. You know what I'm saying? So for them to reach out and say we want to recreate the whole Capone and Noreaga War Report existence, and we're gonna do sweaters, and we're gonna do shirts, and we're gonna do skateboards, and we're gonna do hats. I was like, for real? And they said whatever y'all need, we giving it to y'all. And they broke the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like Supreme showed super love. You know what I mean? And I think right now, our brand with Supreme is probably one of the top selling brands of any artist they dealt with.
Yeah.
You had every artist rocking our hoodies, our shirts. You had Justin Bieber, Bun B, Lil Wayne, Odell Beckham, you know, Little Meech. You know, you had everybody rocking our joints because they know our history, they know our past, and they relate. And for Supreme, that put our brand as far as the Capone Noriega brand, because we didn't do no brand moves before that. We just basically branded ourselves, like even with the video game. That kind of branded us. But with Supreme, it took just the Capone Noriega album cover and made it iconic.
When it's all said and done, what do you think is the legacy of Capone?
I mean, at the end of the day, I want people to know, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the few that did the jail, came home, did the music, you know what I'm saying? Still here doing music, did the movies, did the video games, you know what I'm saying? I got stripes under my belt, baby. And I just want people to know that, you know, I'm the people's champ, you know what I mean? I'm here for the people. You might catch me out by myself anywhere because, you know, I don't feel like I need security. I need this, I need that. Nah, I got my heart and I got the people. So that's all I want people to know. Like I'm here for y'all, like I know they there for me.
Word. This is the question I like to ask everybody, but in your time in hip hop,
Yeah.
what is one memory that sticks out that's like maybe your favorite moment in hip hop that you got to experience?
That I got to experience. I mean, I think it was probably when all the hip hop artists went and met with Farrakhan, and we talked to Farrakhan, and we had the rally, and it was dope. It was big for me. You know what I'm saying? Me from being in jail to reading about Farrakhan, to studying Farrakhan, to studying just the nation and understanding things, and then to meet the man, it was like, yo, it was like for me, I just met God. You know what I'm saying? Like it was big. That was one of the biggest moments in my career. And God bless meeting Khalid Muhammad. You know what I mean? Like for the people out there who don't know about Khalid Muhammad, you know, do your homework. And I met him, and I talked about him in my rap. You know what I'm saying? I bigged him up in my rap, and then I met him. So it was like, it was just amazing. So when he met me, he already knew I bigged him up in my music. He was like, I've been dying to meet you, brother Capone. And we chopped it up. And then he died. You know, that was something I'll take with me forever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I wasn't expecting that, brother.
Yeah, Khalid Muhammad, man, real right there.
Capone, bro. I don't want to keep you too long, but like, what are some things that people can look forward to coming up right now?
Oh yeah, you can look forward to me and Dad's project. You know what I mean? It's called Guidelines. We got a lot of people on the album. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big surprise, and we just trying to bridge that gap with East and West Coast OGs, and we got a documentary coming out with it to explain why we're doing the album and things like that. And me and Daz also got our own pre-rolls out right now. You could go to you could go to at Capone and Daz pre-rolls at IG. You could go to Nine Lives Collective IG and check them out. You know what I'm saying? We just doing a lot of things, man. And you know, I got my clothing line. Like once again, you could go to at Akasi Collection, and you could go to at Capone QB for life, and you know, check out the clothes. Like I said, the summer line will be here on Monday, and we working. I'm working, man. I'm working. My team is working. We got Oil Gang. We working. You know what I'm saying? You got everybody that's with me. You know what I'm saying? We working, man. We got a lot of artists we bringing to the table, and just look out. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I know the streets is closed. Shit shutting down. The people rioting. But I just want to say one more time, rest in peace to not just Big Floyd, but to everybody who lost their lives to police brutality. Everybody who's locked up unjustly. Everybody who's on probation unjustly. All that, man. Just salute, man. And we with y'all, man. I'm with y'all. I did mine. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that, you know, everybody, you know, realize that right now is the time for us to come together. It's like all this stuff just took over the coronavirus. So now I'm just hoping that all the rioting and all that don't make the coronavirus spike up and we start losing more black lives to coronavirus due to the riots and due to the people being outside, because it's like that just blew under the rug. You know what I mean? It went from don't be outside to now it's thousands of people outside everywhere. Yeah. So I just hope, I want everybody to stay safe, protect themselves, protect their family, and you know, let's come together and live as we should, as kings and queens. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Yo, Pone, this was legendary. You know, I
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. What's dope
Thank
is
you.
like a couple months ago, I went to Miami. I actually got to meet Nori. So now,
Oh,
you know, I get to
dope.
chop it up with you.
Yeah.
So, man, that's like a fucking. I'm a kid in a candy store right now. I'm a kid in a candy store.
Dope, man. Dope. I appreciate the
yo,
love,
Pone,
man.
thank you for joining us on today.
Salute.
Hopefully we can get you back on the show when everything's calmed down and we can talk about these pop-ups.
All right, I'm always down, man. I'm always down, man. I'm always down. I appreciate. I know we was way overdue to do this interview.
No doubt,
so let's get it done next time. All right, salute.
No doubt, my brother. One.
All right, one.